cold twilight, casting off an iridescent light.
Known for only the last century.
We don't know how you have come to be. Noctilucent cloud, that ghostly shining polar shroud. We didn't think you'd be allowed at latitude so low. There you go, shining over a darkened sky in mesospheric zone so high. How and why can you be? You're a cloudy mystery for the 21st century. Noctilucent cloud. High, oh high, on wings above the ocean, on a Pegasus, 8 launches into space, measuring the temperature so cold, sizing up the cosmic dust so old.
How much water vapor lies within
your layer so thin? Noctilucent cloud, that ghostly iridescent shroud. We didn't think you'd be allowed at latitude so low. Shining over a darkened sky in mesospheric zone so high. How and why can you be? Are you tied to our destiny? Our global climate history, an atmospheric mystery, Noctilucent.
Every year you number more and more, and with time you're brighter than before.
forming in a most unlikely place
At the edge of space, Noctilucent cloud, that ghostly iridescent shroud. We didn't think you'd be allowed at latitude so low. We need to know. Glowing over the polar sky in mesospheric zone so high. How and why can you be? Are you tied to our destiny? Our global climate history. You're still a cloudy mystery. Noctilucent, Noctilucent, Noctilucent.
Hey, everyone. Oh, quiet down, crowd. Quiet down. Yes, I'm back. I'm back, the one and only, the will, the thrill. Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Oh, you're so kind. This is episode 00 of The Will Robertson Show, Random Thoughts, where I just give my opinion on whatever is on my mind at any given moment. And right now I'm thinking about sports. But before I get to sports, there's a article on the Drudge Report today that I saw that piqued my interest, so I read it. It was out of the Wall Street Journal, written by David Pierce, titled, "It's the Real World with Google Maps Layered on Top." And what David Pierce writes about here is about augmented reality and how Google intends, or is actually already in beta, already almost released to public, releasing this augmented reality layer onto Google Maps. If you're a user, like most everyone is, of the Google Maps app on your phone, say on your iPhone or your Android phone, whatever, you will find soon, once they roll this out, across the nation and the world, that, okay, let me start over. Are you familiar with augmented reality? If you're not, I'll give you a brief rundown of it. AR, augmented reality, is where basically you use your phone, the camera on your phone sees the world, and on the screen on your phone, you'll see non-real items appear on the screen as if they were there in the real world. A famous example of this is Pokemon, the Pokemon game of a couple years back. That was a game based on augmented reality where the Pokemon characters appeared on your phone, on the screen on your phone, but of course they did not exist in the real world. Pokemon characters are fiction, after all. But that's a prime, famous example of an augmented reality game. And here, Google Maps wants to create an augmented reality layer onto the map. And according to David Pierce, he got an early use out of it. And if you go to the Wall Street Journal site today, you'll see the story. And I'll try to create a link in the description later on. So if you're listening to this podcast after the fact, you should see the link there. Basically, it goes on to talk about, GPS can be unreliable, but using the augmented reality, it should be more reliable. It will give you better directions. At least that's the idea. Right now, they're starting off with arrows, with blue dots, like you see already in Google Maps. Google is trying to figure out, based on user feedback, they're using local guides, the people who are frequent users of Google Maps. I use it. I'm a local guide, actually, but not a constant user. So I wasn't able to get in on this beta test. But I'm sure many of you are out there who are local guides. Maybe some of you are beta testers for this Google Maps AR thing. So he goes on saying, let's see. Well, they announced it at the conference last May, and it is currently undergoing more testing. Mr. Pierce got a chance to test an early version of the feature, and he says it isn't likely to be a primary turn-by-turn option, but it's a huge step in the right direction for Google Maps. So you start AR when you choose a location, you point at the location, you choose AR, that starts the AR function on the maps. And then you hold the screen up as if you're taking pictures what's right in front of you, and this AR layer appears, takes over the screen, and according to the article, according to the screenshots in the article, different points of interest are highlighted on the screen, indicating where you are. Once the GPS knows where you are, GPS in your phone knows where you are, points of interest are highlighted on the screen. So it's a true AR layer. Very interesting. It's the future. GPS is heavily used nowadays. It has become a part of our lives. I use it on a daily basis, mostly just for fun, because I'm not going anywhere where I haven't been before. So on the rare occasions that I do use it to travel somewhere that I haven't been before, I use Waze, which is, as we all know, a Google product. And personally, I think Waze is better than Maps. I think Waze and Maps, they should be really combined into one product. They really should be. Or if it's kept separate, fine, but there should be 3 products then. Waze, Maps, and a Waze Maps combo product. I would like to see more Waze functions in Google Maps, or vice versa. No. Oh crap! My phone, it's listening to me. That's what I'm talking about. Technology, it's overtaking our lives. Yeah, shut up, phone. I say Waze, and it opens. Or is it OK Google? Yeah, OK Google, shut up. Righto. Yes. You know what? I'm going to have to turn you off, Google. Here, let me do this. Power off. Yeah. So that you can't be listening in on me while I'm recording this podcast. I'll just turn my products off here. I should have done that beforehand. There we go. So, good grief. So I can't be interrupted. Okay. Now, full attention on you guys, my listenership, my friends, Listen to me. I have something to say. My best Shatner impression. Okay, so as I was saying, technology, it runs our lives, it rules our lives. I am as much a cohort of, no, cohort, that's not the word. I have been taken over by Google and Facebook and Microsoft and all the other companies, except Apple. I'm not a ideologue of Apple. They haven't gotten to me yet. Although I do have one of the old iPods, but I won't talk about that. Okay, so we just need to be aware. Be aware of our infatuations with technology. Be aware of our usage of technology, and just be careful with it, because it is the future. It is the present. And if we're not careful, it'll be the end of us as a species on this planet. Skynet is very real, folks. Maybe not in that name, maybe not in that exact form in the Terminator films, but in a form, Skynet is extremely real, and getting more real by the day. Bezos. Let's talk about the world's richest man. Was, Gates. Now it's Bezos. Jeff Bezos. He's in the news right now because he's claiming that the National Enquirer, AMI, has supposedly pictures of him in a compromising situation. Nudie pics? I don't know. I have no idea what AMI has or doesn't have, or is blackmailing him or isn't blackmailing. I don't know what the situation is. I don't really give a damn. If the world's richest man has taken nudie pics of himself, that is just disturbing in itself. I mean, seriously, folks. I don't blame AMI. I blame Bezos for even allowing naked pictures of himself to even exist. I mean, for heaven's sakes, man. Have some dignity. I don't have any of those. Trust me, I am very careful not to allow any naked pictures of me to even exist. Nor would anyone want to see those. I mean, seriously. Ladies, I'm talking to you. Wait a minute, I better be careful saying that, because I won't get any dates in the future. Another topic for another day. Point is that a rich man should not have nudie pics even in existence. I mean, any man should not have those in existence. I mean, seriously, people. Unless they were taken, without his explicit knowledge, which is, of course, entirely possible. But then how would he know they exist? Unless somebody's already shown them to him, made him aware that they exist. I mean, either he encouraged these pictures to be taken, or they were taken without his explicit knowledge or permission. Okay, but either way, it's just disturbing. I mean, I don't think there's any naked pictures of Bill Gates out there. I doubt that. Warren Buffett, for sure not. Ooh, just give me a shivers to even think about. Oh my goodness. Oracle of Omaha, nudies. Ooh. Or how about the world's richest woman? That's Oprah, right? Ooh, God, make me puke, man. Just suffice it to say that this whole story with Bezos and AMI and the National Enquirer, I think it's a bunch of hooey, a bunch of nonsense, and just not worth our time to even further discuss. So I'll move on to sports. So I got to thinking. Now, a new football league has started up over this past weekend here, just yesterday to be exact. the AAF, the Alliance for American Football. I think that's what it is, or American Alliance of Football. Yeah, or Alliance of, I mean, whatever it is. The AAF. That's a new football league. It's the off-season football league, I guess you could call it. And next year, as I understand it, the XFL, the Extreme Football League, will get underway. So I guess during the off season for the NFL, we will have 2 off-season football leagues. Huh? Yeah. And I didn't watch any of the games yesterday. I really didn't even know what channels they were on, if they were on any channels. Don't bother writing to me. I don't really care. I did see the one highlight, of the smashing hit on the quarterback, the sack, as it were. Knocked his helmet off. Yeah, I saw that highlight. And, oh my goodness, a sack in the off season. Woo! Cheers! Let's have it for some football! Yeah, let's have it for some football. Football in the off season. Seriously, is it really needed? I mean, are we that hard up for football that we need football all year long, or almost all year long? In the rest of the world, football is called, it's football in the rest of the world, but we know it here in America as soccer. So, I mean, how about if we just change the name? Maybe call it handball. Well, but there's a handball sport, which is actually truly handball. I guess I'm just thinking, because I do this, I think a lot, and I wonder why things are the way they are. And so that's why I was going to do sports today, because I'm not going to give you sports scores, I'm not going to give you highlights, I'm going to give you my thoughts regarding sports in general. Now, I'm no sporting person, I'm more of an academic than an athletic person, always have been. I'm a thinker. I'm a thinker. I'm a man who questions everything. In fact, my motto, whatever you want to call it, has always been question anything and everything. Questions are why humans exist. We have the ability to question anything and everything, and we should take the opportunity to question anything and everything all the time. I mean, you can question me. I would love it if you would. I really would. I would love it if you would take the time to question me about anything, about everything, about why things are the way they are. So, it makes me think, why are sports scores so dang confusing? Let's start with football, American football. A touchdown is 6 points. Now, I'm not going to get into the reasons why a touchdown is 6 points. I'm raising the question. And I know there are answers to these questions. These are more rhetorical questions than actual questions that demand answers. Because I know there are, I can look up Wikipedia and look up the answers if I really cared. I don't really care about the answers. To be honest, I'm just, again, this is me pondering the universe. This is what I do. I don't expect actual answers. I expect philosophical answers. I may not be in college, but if I were, I would be a philosophy major because I love talking philosophy. Now, I don't care about writing papers or handing in, quizzes to be graded. I don't give a damn about grades. I don't give a damn about, essays. I like to talk. I'm a talker. I'm an oral person. Not going there. I like to talk. So, again, my question is, the 6 points. Touchdown is 6 points. A field goal is 3 points. a, a safety is 2 points. Is it possible to end a game on a score of 1-0? No. No, it's not, because a safety is the lowest score, and that's 2 points. So a game could end on 2-0. As we saw in the Super Bowl, we had this most recent Super Bowl, 53. It was the lowest scoring Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowls. Out of all 53, it had the lowest score, although I thought one ended in 3-0. I guess I was wrong. I guess I misunderstood. It was 13-3, if I remember correctly. Lowest scoring Super Bowl in all 53 Super Bowls. So, a score of 3-0 is possible. A score of 2-0 is possible, but a score of 1-0. Now, it makes me wonder. Again, why is a touchdown 6 points? I don't care about the rules. I don't care about, it was decided, blah, blah, blah. No. Again, I'm going for the philosophical, the rhetorical answer here. It's a rhetorical question. Not needing an answer. Other than just thinking in your mind. A touchdown is 6 points. That's the same as 1 point. And when you really get down to thinking about it, it's the same as 1 point. By that I mean, you scored a touchdown. You scored a go-ahead point. It's 6 points, equal to 1 point. So the other team scores a touchdown or a field goal. Again, a field goal is 3 points. Might as well be 1 point. It just makes you feel better that, oh, I see 6 points on the board. And now we're going to kick the point after for 1 point. Or try for 2. So after you get a touchdown, you have 2 options. Kick the field goal, or point after to be, as it's called, PAT, for 1 point. Or try for 2 points. A 2-point conversion, as it's called. TPC? Is that a TPC? I think, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if there is a 3-letter for that, but it would be TPC. That's 2-point conversion. Anyways, so the PAT, point after try, I think that's what it stands for, or the TPC, the 2-point conversion. So you have 2 options. Again, those are only available. The 1 or 2 points are only available if you get the 6 points first. If you don't get the 6 points, you can't get 1 or 2 points. Henceforth, the 6 points is equal to 1 point. 6, 1, what does it make a difference? It's the same meaning. Okay, let's move on to another sport. Again, another one I don't have any understanding of. Like most sports, I don't understand them. I try to understand. I understand like the very, very basics of most sports. But if you ask me for the details of how most sports work, I'm going to say, what? I really do not know, and I really do not care. So let's move on. Tennis. The scoring system in tennis. The scoring system in tennis. It is baffling to me. We have love, we have deuce, we have 40, 30, 15, 40, 30. And then you have to, match point, advantage. And then, if the ball hits on this side of the line, it's a fault. But if it hits on that side of the line, it's out. But if it hits on that side of the line after this event happens, it's okay, it's a score. But if it hits on this side of the line after another event occurs, it's not a score. Serving, the speed of the serve, well, that's physics, but tennis. It's completely idiotic. The scoring system, I know it goes back to the ancient days. I don't give a damn about the history of it. I'm not talking history here. I'm not talking rules. I'm not talking regulations. I'm talking philosophy here. Just why? And I know some of you are going to answer, well, here's the why, Will. Here's the regulations. Here's the rules. No, I'm talking philosophy here, folks. Philosophical, rhetorical. I'm talking logic. Logic, that's the word. Logic. Okay? Logic. Do you understand? Logic is the key. I'm just asking you to think about it. Does it really make sense to have 0-0, to have 2-0, 6-3, 6-4, 7-6, and you have to win by 2 points, but, what's a 7-6 deal then? Advantage, front side, advantage back side, grass court, clay court, excuse me. What does it really matter? Again, the scoring, 15, 30, 40. Okay, you go 15 to 30, but then you go to 40, not 45. Okay, it's 15, so there's a break of 15 there, to 30, break of 15, 30 should be 45. No, it's 40. Where's the 15? No, it goes as a break of 10. What? Again, might as well just be 1, 2, 3. I mean, seriously, folks. It could be simpler. All sports could be simplified. We don't need so many rules. We don't need so many regulations. We don't need so many limitations. Just let us play. This is why I don't play tennis. Because it's boring. All the freaking rules, all the freaking regulations. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. How about just let us be human and let us play? Stop complaining about what people are wearing. Oh, she's wearing that, he's wearing this. No, you know what? If it's comfortable for you to play in a tracksuit, play in a tracksuit. I don't give a damn. I don't get it. Okay, let's move on to another sport that I don't begin to understand. Okay, I did football, I did tennis. Oh, golf. The scoring system in golf. The higher, okay, I should say the lower the negative number, you're a winner. So a negative 15 is a winner if the next higher number is a negative 13 or 14. So the lower your score, the more likely you're going to win. In what universe does that make sense? It's always been a high score. A higher score, the person or the team with a higher score wins. I mean, that's how it is in every other sport. Tennis, football, baseball. But no, golf is different. Golf is the reverse. Golf is the lower the score, the person with the lowest score wins. The person of the... Think about that, folks. I know, again, I don't give a shit about the history. I don't give a frickin' flying none about, it started in Scotland. I mean, I'm proud of Scotland. It's not nothing to do with that. I'm talking rhetorical here. I'm talking philosophical. I'm talking logical. Purely logic. On a purely logical scale, none of the scoring systems in any sport, including baseball, makes any sense. If anything, baseball is the one that comes closest to logic. At least there, it's one at a time. Unless you got a home run or a double or blah blah blah, you bring it. But it's still one at a time because you're counting the players that are crossing home base. At least in baseball, you got a logical scoring system. Unless they include other rules in there, but the basic rules of baseball is that you take a bat. You hit a ball. If you hit it far enough, and if nobody catches it, if nobody tags you out at a base, or what have you, you can make it home. If you make it across the home plate from where you started, you get a point for your team. At least baseball makes sense. That's why it's America's pastime, I suppose, because it's the easiest to understand. It's the one that makes most logical sense. But even in baseball nowadays, we have all these stupid rules, and want to talk about rules and changes. I heard just, what was it, yesterday or the day before, that the Manfred, or whatever his name is, the commissioner of baseball, has determined by a vote of all the owners, I guess, however it's determined, the committee, to change the DL, or no, not DL, the injured, no, what was it? Changing the, oh crap, handicapped, no, not handicapped, debilitated, the DL, yeah, changing DL, or DR, or whatever it's called. He's determined to make a syntax change, or not syntax, but changing the letter, because not designated. What was it? Decapitated, debilitated. Oh, what's the word? I'm forgetting the word right now. Not handicapped, but synonym for handicapped. You're probably shouting it at me right now, and I'm drawing a blank on it. But the DL is not IL or whatever. IR. Yeah, that's right. Injured reserve from, not decapitated reserve, but whatever it is currently. All because, we don't want to use that certain word. It has negative connotations, and we want to make people feel better. So now we're going to use IR, I guess? That's already been used. Again, look it up. I've forgotten what it is at the moment. The point is, at least baseball is intelligent for the most part. That's why it's actually enjoyable. Go Oakland A's. Or Giants. All the California teams, for that matter. I root for all the California teams. Giants, A's, Padres, Dodgers, Angels, the 5 California teams. Basketball and hockey. Basketball, it's somewhat easy to understand, but it's still, the scoring system is all screwed up. It's 2 points for a normal basket, 3 points if you get it from the free throw line. Say that 5 times fast. I bet you can you? It's still 2 and 3 points. I mean, you can get 1 point if you, if you shoot free throws, like penalty shots are 1 point. You can do 1 or 2 of those based on whatever type of penalty it is, or foul, I guess they're called. So there you have 1, 2, and 3 points. Okay, that's more understandable. Okay, basketball, and you go back and forth, defending your basket while trying to make it in the opponent's basket. Basketball, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Hockey is 1 point as far. I don't know much about hockey, to be honest. I've watched a few games. I've never been to a game, so I don't know much about hockey. But when I have watched the games, I don't understand it at all. I know that a score is 1 point, so at least there they got the scoring system right. But then you have power plays, high sticking, goaltending, all this other stuff. And you have goaltending in basketball too. All these things, all these rules. Gotta have rules. You can't just play. You gotta have rules. Seriously, folks. Why do we need rules? To keep it friendly, to keep it fair. Fair is the name of the game. keep it all so everyone can play and no one gets hurt and blah 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 blah. Fair. I can go off on that topic. I really can. You know, inherently, life is unfair. Life is just not fair. It really isn't. You find me at any point in your life where life is fair. Please, show me. I can't find it. I mean, if life were truly fair, I would have $1 million right now. If life were truly fair, I'd have $1 billion right now. Oh, that's not true, Will. Well, that's what I consider fair. I consider $1 billion in my wallet right now. Well, in my, you know what I mean. $1 billion in my name would be fair. That's what I consider fair. You don't? Oh my gosh, you don't? Oh, you haven't earned it, Will. Yeah, guess what? That's called unfair. Life is not fair. And to make rules to try to make it fair, that's just stupid. That is just stupid. You can't control fairness. You can't control life that way. And yet we do it every day. We have all these stupid laws, all these stupid rules that try to dictate fairness. They try to dictate, well, you gotta be nice to that person. You gotta be nice to everyone else. You gotta treat everyone with equality. I don't believe in equality. I don't believe anyone deserves equality. Least of all me. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I get no, as Dangerfield said, I get no respect. Excuse me. Little drink of little swab of water here. I get no respect. Never have. Probably never will. So, what's on your mind? Tell me. Tell me what's on your mind. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Take a picture. Take a video. I would love to hear if nobody's in the chat room. I didn't think anybody would be. I'd just like to hear what is. Send me your thoughts. Send me your random thinkings. Thinkings? Is that a word? I just made it one. Today's the 10th of February. And I am still pondering what to do for next week, let alone next month. I have lots of ideas. I have the big idea I have in mind right now is my business idea, podcast studios, podhouse.us, podcast studios. And if you'd like to jump on board this idea of mine, it'd be very fair if you did. Go to podhouse.us, podhouse.us, spell it out, podhouse.us, and contact me through the site, or send me an email, will@podhouse.us, will@podhouse.us. You can call me, 209-820-2990, 209-820-2990. Snail mail, you can reach me via snail mail, P.O. Box 698, Dos Palos, that's 2 words, Dos Palos, D-O-S-P-A-L-O-S, California 93620. That zip code is 93620, P.O. Box 698. Okay? So reach me via snail mail, email, call me, whatever you want to do. Let me know you want to be involved. I also have a GoFundMe set up, gofundme.com/podhousefresno. So Just search Pod House Fresno on GoFundMe and you'll find it. Or go to the podhouse.us website. Or call me, email me. I'm available. Let's chat. I'm available on Skype too. 4.hammer.1979. 4.hammer.1979. Find me on Skype. And I'm running low on time here. I have about 4 minutes to go. So I just want to leave you with some very curious thoughts. Like, what would happen tomorrow if yesterday never arrived? You know, that's some food for thought. Some brilliant food for thought. I don't know what I would do, but I would think about next week. Or maybe next year. Or maybe today. Because if you don't have today, then you certainly don't have yesterday. So thank you for listening. I thank you for tuning in. And until the next broadcast, which I don't know when that'll happen, but I hope to make this more of a regular thing on my regular show. Thank you for all tuning in. Thank you all for listening. And this is the Will Robertson Show Random Thoughts here on Spreaker. Till next time, be good, be well, and have a great day.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. Beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea.